Howdy, I'm Grimith, and this is an introduction to my next Daggerfall series. But first, a bit of history. I've been playing The Elder Scrolls II Daggerfall since shortly after its release in the summer of '96. It is my favorite computer role-playing game, and I keep returning to it not for the nostalgia, but for the gameplay. Over the past 9 years, I've recorded and broadcasted Daggerfall on numerous occasions, and I've joined others on their own expeditions. Each run has had its merits and flaws, but I very much enjoy playing and sharing this game, which is undoubtedly why I'm about to do it again. If you follow this channel, you'll know my last Daggerfall run was my first using Daggerfall Unity. And, if you're unfamiliar, Daggerfall Unity is an ambitious recreation of Daggerfall. It is primarily the work of Interkarma, or Gavin Clayton. Gavin has been fiddling with Daggerfall for near 2 decades now, and I've made use of his jukebox tool and even more use of his imaging tool. But I stayed away from the Unity remake despite viewers prodding me about it, much as they did with Dagger XL. Why? Well, Daggerfall's a complete game. The Unity one wasn't. Until this past summer. That's when it really caught my eye. So, I did a run of the main questline, and some side stuff too, to see what Gavin and his community had made. How does it play? Well, it removes much of Classic's jank, while adding a bit of its own, and I'm not knowledgeable enough to tell you how accurate the reverse engineering has been. I go by feel and my experience. Daggerfall Unity feels and plays much like Classic. I think it's great, a new way to experience the game I love. I don't know whether it's better, but it's certainly prettier and more convenient. I'd recommend it for folks who are either new to Daggerfall or were put off by how the original looked. There's even spiffy mod support to further tweak your gameplay experience. You can find those on the Daggerfall Workshop forums. You don't need to register to download anything, but if you do try to register and end up being rejected, don't be alarmed. This is a tangent, but I firmly emphasize with administrating a forum besieged by spammers and attackers. I've been left alone before to try and protect a forum. It sucks. I never want to do it again. I'm no good at it. I end up shotgun blasting entire IP groups. Captures and questions of the day only go so far. So, if you end up being a casualty, then just reach out to someone for help. Or remain a lurker and never try to register again, because you temporarily won't be able to use the forum. So it goes. Anyway, my next Daggerfall series. Last month, I gave my viewers a poll, an opportunity to pick between 2 runs, and how I'd present the gameplay. Let's go over the themes, starting with the one that didn't win. Vamped up, or just got my vamp. Use a predefined character class, i.e. not the custom character creator built into the game, but one of the 18... I'm pretty sure, classes Bethesda has generated for you. They're fairly rubbish. Arena is very much an old school, like, CRPG dungeon crawler. A Daggerfall is a bridge in, it introduces new concepts from Bethesda, but has ties to older style role-playing games, which are reflected in the predefined character classes. Become a vampire of any bloodline. There are several bloodlines in the game. They each have their own minor quirk. Never join a faction. I discussed this during the Daggerfall Molasses run, at least. I recall it, discussing it during that. So no guilds, no orders, no temples. I would have the vampire quests available to me. I would have coven quests available to me from witch covens. I would have the myriad of noble quests and merchant quests and what have you. But no benefits I would gain from being a member of any faction. I would also permit myself to tele to exit upon dungeon completion. It just saves time. As if I had a recall spell, but, we don't need to see me backtrack. I don't need to backtrack. You don't need to watch me backtrack. We can get to more interesting content during a live stream. More on that in a moment. So yeah, that's the run that did not win. The run that did win is Pain Has a Face. Allow me to show it to you. Use a predefined character class, just as the other suggestion. May only join the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood and obtain max rank in those aforementioned guilds. Of course, this means violating the law in such a way that I attract the notice of both the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood, and ensuring that, in the case of the Dark Brotherhood, almost immediately hopping on their quests so as to foster a positive reputation. Now, the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood, the benefits they offer to members aren't stellar, but do afford, among other things, potion creation, so we'll get to see more of that again in my gameplay, I reckon. I'm also going to be completing Mephala and Nocturnal's Daedra quests by any means necessary. Those two Daedra lords are fitting for the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood, and I may tell it to exit upon dungeon completion, just the same as the first run. Now, as is the case with all of the runs I've done, I intend to carry this character through the entire main quest line. Probably won't beeline it, enjoy myself, do some questing, get my toes wet, save some gold, do some Daedra quests, and hit up a witch coven. Yeah. It's, unlike the previous run I did, the Argonian Historical Reactor, which was a casual stroll while I learned Unity's mechanics, we've got some actual challenge here. That will be reflected in the predefined character class, and radiate throughout by only having membership benefits in 2 guilds. As for the method, well, the poll results were definitive on whether I'd be doing a local recording only or broadcasted like usual. I acknowledge said results may have been different had I given you all a poll, or simply asked for viewer feedback in a short video. But I've given you all polls before that were manipulated. I can easily moderate my Discord server, and, well, it's easier to keep track of reaction counts than tallying comments. So here we are. This run will progress through my haphazard Twitch broadcasts on twitch.tv/Grimith that are only convenient for me, and I'll upload the sessions in huge chunks over here on YouTube. We could have had a series with more focused gameplay and shorter videos. Maybe next time. A few other things, I'll be using Daggerfall Unity for the foreseeable future. Any magic item I find is fair game to use, despite how their durability works right now in Unity. Also, I don't intend to update the game mid-run unless I find it necessary. Speaking of necessary links have been placed in the video description. Feel free to leave questions, comments, rude remarks, and slanderous statements in, well, the comments below. Note that this recreation exists through the continued efforts of a dedicated group. I look forward to stress testing their passion project once more. Also, I am not the sort of person that uploads videos designed to attract traffic by sharing my reaction to Daggerfall Unity, or the optimal settings for how Grimith plays the game, or, if I bothered with mods, the premier set of how to download and install the mods for extreme ultra uber gameplay experience. Not what I do. It's not who I am. Just here careening this damn clown car through dungeon after dungeon after dungeon, because that's the sort of masochist I am. Woo! It's the content I'm here for in Daggerfall. We ain't reducing dungeon sizes, baby. We're here for all these stupid quests. Whew. Looking forward to this. It's gonna be a delight. Take care.